Jalen Green was the second overall pick in the 2021 NBA draft. Because of his scoring potential, everyone knew, even before he stepped foot on the court for the G League Ignite a couple years ago, that he would be an electric scorer on whichever team he landed with. It's starting to really click for him with the Houston Rockets in his second NBA season, and it wouldn't be surprising at all from here on out if he's one of the top scorers in the league. Just reviewing some of his recent performances, it's remarkable just how many different ways he scores. In Houston's wins over Milwaukee and Phoenix, he displayed so much variety in his offensive arsenal. Green made 19 shots from the floor in the two games combined, and he took 16 free throws as well. Among those 19 makes, 7 of them were driving layups. His hang time in the air combined with his balance and body control makes it so difficult for defenders to obstruct or alter his shots. If you look closely at a couple of these makes, he went right at Brook Lopez, who's leading the league in blocks, as well as Giannis Antetokounmpo, who some think is the Defensive Player of the Year so far. While for the season he's shooting 47% on drives, in his last 10 games, he's shooting 51% on 7.2 attempts per game. He's also one of the better foul initiators on drives, which is crucial. The only players in the last 10 games averaging more free throw attempts off drives, with at least 6 driving shot attempts, than Green are Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Ja Morant, Zion Williamson, and Trae Young. Another thing about Green's driving ability is that he's terrific at swerving away from traffic. He's only committed 2 charges so far. He has an extensive dribble combination package, his stop and start game is impressive, and he's very good at identifying creases in the defense. Green is starting to show signs of becoming a good pull-up jump shooter, although this still needs work considering among all players who have attempted at least 140 pull-up jumpers so far, he has the worst percentage at 32%. Now, he started the season really struggling from the mid-range. In fact, in October and November combined, he shot just 41% from 8 to 16 feet out and 31% from 16 to 24 feet out. But lately, he's been in a much better rhythm. So against the Bucks and Suns combined, he made 4 pull-up jumpers, all between 14 and 16 feet out. Against Milwaukee, he made a couple step-back jumpers. Now, he hasn't shot a great percentage on step-backs, just 28%, according to Second Spectrum tracking data, but based on the visuals, he creates plenty of separation even against some elite defenders. I would expect Green to become one of the league's best step-back shooters as he continues to develop. Where he's most exciting is in transition. This is where his speed and explosiveness is really on display, which are quite obvious watching these clips from the last 2 games. Several times when Houston has forced an opponent into a live ball turnover, Green finished the play off with an alley-oop dunk. The other thing I really like about Green as far as him being a more complete scorer is that he moves really well without the ball. He doesn't need the ball in his hands all the time to find ways to get open shots. He's really good flying around pin down and flare screens, going in either direction. Again, it's all going to come down to efficiency ultimately. Sometimes he's way off, even airballing some shots. But all of his movements to go along with his confidence and athleticism makes him one of the most electrifying offensive players in the league. Right now, through 27 games, he's averaging 21.8 points on 41.8% overall shooting and 32.3% three-point shooting to go along with 4.1 rebounds and 3.9 assists. He's also averaging 5.7 free throw attempts and is second on the team in offensive loose balls recovered with 9 of them. It remains to be seen just how locked in he can become defensively. He'll probably never be a great defender, but when you're such a gifted scorer, just playing hard on that end is key so that he isn't a defensive liability in crucial situations down the stretch of games. Just watching some of his better defensive moments, He's done a pretty good job this season when asked to guard some of the other team's top players. These clips of him contesting Jamal Murray, CJ McCollum, Trae Young, and Ja Morant are examples of what he's capable of when he's locked in defensively. So that'll wrap up this video. If you like this kind of content, please subscribe. I'll continue to do more player analysis features throughout the season.